Restoration is brought to you by
Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Yes, extra long sanitary pad for extra comfort.
We got yes protection. Afrochick, ahofo kroji and chinien.
Thank you for making time to watch us today. This is Restoration with Stacy. We'll be right back after this break.
In 1967, Hisense adasu krayo boshim se yede yebeye home appliances eye papa na nebo eda from ama ankra ewo wiase afa na nyina. Hisense yede wagwa ye ho ne se ye nneoma ye no ebua nipa ewa akonnwase nyina so ene na mame musa we Edie bensa na wohia refrigerator, air conditioner, television, gas cooker, electric cooker, iron, rice cooker, washing machine, steamer, kettle, mobile phone, sound system, and a blender. Emogra to an ammonefako Hisense showroom BM. Najidi say, Ubenya de water from pato. Esansi and GM would say any of my papa. Hisense penny dumekua, a minimum of 5 years warranty. Yeni so one when you did that. Ain't you see one from? Now that dear will honor to the bass and swat. You just see you come. And your man, your papa. And your ma efe. If you and your ma and saying in a more ding. And on the Hisense, yeah. Hisense. Everyday prices. For everyday people.
Timeless.
I remember the days I just couldn't go to the gym because it was that time of the month. Yas extra long sanitary pad took the worry away. Easy.
Yes, comfort, I got yes, confidence, I got yes.
The new Yas extra long sanitary pad is the joy of every woman. It is extra absorbent and fits perfect. Don't allow anything to hold you back when it's that time.
Wow.
Yes.
Feel confident, stay fresh.
Hi, is it supposed to be that time of the month?
Yes. I got yes, confidence, I got
Yes.
we got yes, protection, I got
Yas extra long sanitary pad for extra comfort.
we got yes, protection.
Hello, your friend Jackie. So we will be a winning on who are the jet to semia and pimpino. You to me 5 gems if in Kitadia, you need your brucia, your fans, any and down for any. Nanso, what bet to me about home by using a Donko hand sanitizer, debia, any bribia. If you say you to me 5 gems if in Yama Yasa is so. A Donko hand sanitizer, bet to me about home by debia, free gems, bacteria, you need in home. A Donko hand sanitizer, sure or dog. Na bow home by
FD ahwehwe se dwade nkratoy mu agye atum se eye
Restoration. Thank you to Ophelia of ABS Collection for my outfit. To She Touch Salon, thank you very much. She Touch is located at Medina, and I'm really in love with my hair. Thank you very much. To GH Beauty Artistry, thank you for my hair. To Zetsuza Catering, thank you for taking care of my crew and I every time we're on location. And of course, to Access Suites, who are hosting us throughout this COVID season. We are saying a very big thank you to Access Suites. You're simply amazing, and you can locate them at Nyaniba Junction, close to Vaniado. Today on Restoration, we're going to be talking about something that most people are uncomfortable to talk about, but it is a common reality glaring in our faces in our various homes, or I would say most homes. And to help me delve into this discussion is one woman I love so much. She's so passionate. She will say it as it is. If you like, get upset with her, she has said it. And I'm in love with her. And I'm so happy to have her join me today. My guest today is Reverend Dr. Counselor Charlotte Oduro. Titles, they don't so.
But you be free.
When you be free, but you deserve it. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I've really admired you. I mean, your honesty, your firm stance on certain issues. you are incredible.
We thank
And
God.
I mean, I need someone like you to talk about what we want to talk about today.
God will help us.
God will help us. So we are talking about something that I know you have very strong beliefs on. We're talking about infidelity. But I would want to know, what is marriage to start with?
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity. Marriage is a man and a woman who are matured enough to take responsibility to make the future together. That's marriage. It's understanding between two people. That is not two women or two men. It is a man and a woman. Those who are matured, not boys and girls. Because marriage is responsibilities. It's not sex. Marriage is the future, bringing the mind and the purpose of God to come to pass. So if you don't understand, it is difficult to marry. But if you understand, you are able to go through it and not quit. Because marriage is not for kids.
It's not for quitters.
No. You can't just go and say, I want to come back. So you think about it before you enter into it. You don't marry because people are getting married. You don't marry because you are aging. No. We marry when you think you are matured enough. Because the Bible said, who that findeth a woman or findeth a wife is not picking a woman on the roadside or looking at the shape and picking a woman. You need to find what things, what are the things that you need to get that kind of woman God is talking about. So it's not all about she's fair, she's that. No, there is much we need to know about marriage. But you know now, they say 21st century. So everybody is getting married.
Now marriage has become some sort of a fanfare. I mean, traditionally we know that marriage is a ceremony between families. But because of Western culture now, we have the big weddings. They spend lots of money, and in 2 years, in 3 years, they go like, I don't want to do this anymore. Is it even necessary?
Is it 2 years? Then you've done well.
6 months.
Oh, others are 2 months, they are going now. They thought the marriage is party. Marriage is not party. After the party, you enter into the room, you start marriage. You face the realities of life. Marriage is not just having 10 bridesmaids, and those things are just fallacy. Excuse me to use a fallacy. Enjoyment, to be a talk in town. People will know your wedding was best. It's not about your wedding. It's how you ended the marriage. The wedding was good, but how was the marriage? That is when you enter and the man doesn't have that money again. How the woman can stand as the helpmate. Every woman is helper. You see, when you look at Jesus, the men were just named apostles. But the ones that were doing the job were the women. It took a woman to also hold on to the prophecy that Jesus would die the third day. He has to rise up. The men were somewhere. It took the woman to monitor there. She saw Jesus getting up. When she ran to inform, the men took over. So every time it's men taking over, but the women are the supporting team. So if you're going to marry a woman because she's beautiful, she has shape. So nowadays everybody wants to get shape, breasts, they are pumping. Let them continue pumping. You marry the pump. When it goes down, you need to live with someone who has got a character. Can she sustain? Can she stand with you when nothing is working? When you are sick, when you don't have the means again, can she stand as a woman to protect and stand with you? That is what we call marriage. Not the man that says that, okay, come on, you're giving birth 3, so your shape is changed. And
it happens a lot. You find some men say, oh, Nancy cried, that's why I can see the dress and the whole and so is why you balloon the fool and everything. Should that be the case? Because I believe it's for better, for worse. So you met her, she was skinny, she had all the shape. Now she's had 3 kids, 4 kids. You're not expecting her to be as she was when she was 21. Should that be a problem in marriage?
You see, that's why when you marry a man that looks like a man but is a boy, that is when they start behaving that way. We grow. And if you want me to be slim, then I won't give birth. But if I have to give birth, we change every time. We are women. I have 3 kids. My husband shouldn't expect me to have the same breast. And I'm not going to kill myself because I want to be in the competition. No. I'm loving myself the way I am. I can't be when I was 21. I can't be the same now. I'm growing and I'm changing. I have boys, I have girls, small girls who are holding me here, giving me stress. I can't be the same. So if the man is not mature, that is when he start comparing you to one university slim girl who doesn't know nothing.
Well, it's not been to the maternity ward.
She knows nothing. All she knows is just flash the pregnancy out. But I've been able to go through 9 months 3 times. And you want to compare me to a slim girl because of sex? Go ahead with it. That is his choice because he's a boy. But if he's a man, he grows with you. And as we all grow together, some of them made their bellies up. When we met them, they had 6 pack and 7 packs. So 6 packs can never be there forever. It will change. When the belly comes up, what do? You play with it as a mature woman. So when my belly comes up, you to play with the belly. Let's all enjoy it. Mm-hmm. You see, it's matured mind. Otherwise, we'll always be fighting. My dear, marriage, I fight with my husband every time. I don't hide it. But as I grow, I continue to learn. I'm not perfect. I have my issues. He has his issues, controversy.
You just make it work.
We need to work it out.
That's when the word compromise comes.
It's working. You see, Genesis 2 says something that God told Abraham, I'm giving you the garden, keep it and dress it. So when they give you the opportunity, you need to work on it. You can't be sleeping and say they should work, it should be okay. No, we work it out. When we get angry, I need to know how to handle him. I can't say I'm quitting. I'm not leaving my marriage. Me, no. Until he dies, and he's not dying today, so we are living till. So when we fight, we get, and sometimes it's beautiful when you fight and you see his face and I don't want to talk to you and you see you're annoying him. I sit back and I laugh. Yeah, it's beautiful. And I take pictures. Oh. So when he's happy, I show it to you. You see the way you are behaving.
So you are taking
but those days we were fighting. But now, as I'm going, I realize that there's no need to take it for years. So we are good to go.
Let's come to what we want to talk about. Infidelity. Now it's become like a norm. Most marriages, it's either the men are being unfaithful, and now very strangely, some women being unfaithful. What is that about? Is it normal for a married couple to say, I'm tired, let me go try out something elsewhere? And women suffer the most because most of the time is the men. They tell you, I have a farm, I need a garden. Is that even real? Or is that something to do?
It's a choice. It's either you choose a farm or you go for a garden. You can't have the two. But now, in our society, it looks as if when men do things, they are okay to do it. But when a woman does, it's an abomination. And I respect that. You know why? Women are not men. What women carry is too much. You see, when the man gives you his sperm, you have the incubator in your womb. You feed the baby. You make the baby to become who he has to be. You see, if your child will be blessed, it's when the baby is inside and the mother continues to prophesy. She's got the power. So you cannot just say because he has cheated, I want to cheat. No. Men see things and they get attracted. So if you're a wife, see the kind of things your husband see and work towards it. Don't judge him. Before you met him, you should know him. There are things that attract them. We can't stop it, but we can pray for them. And we also, the women, needs to be at the back, not saying that now he doesn't allow me to check it. What do you want to check? What do you want to see on his phone? If once in a while you want to pick something, fine. But I don't see why you are too inquisitive peeping. You're not sure of yourself. But that if you want to sleep, when you get BPO. The fact is that if you want to cheat, he will cheat. I'm telling you the fact. You cannot hold him you can hide him, lock him in the room, he will go out and cheat. He will be in the room still cheating. So the fact is that pray for him, trust him, love him. When he comes back, it can be a joke. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. But sometimes when he comes back, you know this, where he's coming from somewhere.
He's smelling of.
You know now when he comes back, get there. Let me go back. I've made your water for you. Come eat. You know quite what you know. I know where you went to enjoy yourself. If you are coming, let's also enjoy ourselves. Let's all enjoy. You see, men, some of the men, when they get a woman like that, it becomes funny. It becomes like, is she okay? Because any man that cheats knows when you get to know, you'll be hurt. But the fact is that, okay, let me behave as if I'm not hurt, but I go inside and I cry. Tracy, it's not everybody that smiles outside that is okay.
It is okay.
But sometimes we need to wear that smile. And when we get home, share the tears alone. But in the tears, you still get strength to fight it. You see, some of them is because of their friends. Some of them because they've stayed with you for long. Before you met them, they were living some kind of life. And now they think they have changed. The change doesn't take just 2 weeks, 2 months.
I love it. They think
that's what they think. So when they get to a point, you realize, Charlie, the thing is still there.
I miss that.
Yeah, you're having fun with your friends. You see young girls. These young university girls that have come on. Charlie, they are serious. Some are beautiful. Even when we see them, we see some legs and see some breasts. Oh, come on. It's beautiful. You can't blame your husband doing it. You just pray for him. You pray for him. The fact is that some of the men needs to grow. Mm-hmm. That for how long will you be wasting your money, your strength on these young girls? Buying things you can't buy for your wife. You think you are killing your wife? You're killing yourself. You are dying slowly. Because the moment you sleep around, you break the covenant in the marriage. And anything enters. If you're not careful, you will get to 60 years, you have stroke, your wife will take care of you. Now your strength that you had sleeping with women is spiritual thing. No, sex is not a joke. Anyone you sleep with is a covenant. How many people do you want to covenant yourself with? It will go against even your children. So let's be content. That's the woman you want. So you need to think before you choose and say, I do. So in case she has all the shape and maybe childbirth bring issues and the shape is gone, will you still love her? Otherwise, if you are going because Charlie, the breast is good and something can happen. Childbirth brings a lot of things.
Then the breast will begin to sag.
We are all sagging now. So if you say the way my breast was young and standing and today, my husband sees it, he knows, Charlie, levels has changed. Mm-hmm. If it was here, it is gone because 2, 3, they're all moving. The more I give, they are giving. You two, you are also sucking. We are all sucking. What do you expect me to do? It can't be the same. You see, they should understand that. You see, when I didn't have a child, maybe my private part was so tight and all that. Mm-hmm. No matter what I use after giving birth, it can't be normal. Yeah. You need to adjust. You need to learn to be content and stay with the person. Then going pip, you pip everywhere you go. You want to pip, go ahead. You meet the devil, you continue pipping. So we just have to pray for them.
We just have to pray. But sometimes, what can you do? Mm-hmm. Can you even prevent it? Is it that the women have issues or the men are just not willing to conform to the fact that I have a home and I need to keep my home?
You see, some of the people, the way they were brought up, they were taught that you're a man. So it is okay to have two. Because the father had the mother there, but had other women. And that's what the son saw. And the father told him, you're a man. You see the things I'm doing with your mommy. When you also grow, if you marry, at least show the other girls that you are a man. So that is what he has been taught. That is the mentality. He loves to be faithful. But that thing is in his genes.
Part of him.
So if you, the woman, that's what I say, before you marry somebody, check their background. How many women did the father marry? If the father married 3 people, begin to break. Because if you don't break it, what happens to the father can even triple. He can marry 12. He will double it up. So you don't just marry because you met him outside, he's educated and all that. No. When you want to marry, go back and check. In their family, how do they treat women? They are very important, but we don't do this nowadays. We just pick them. Me, my husband, the father and mother, they are separated. So I know that if I don't work and pray well, he can break up. Though he's a man of God, you don't joke with that thing and say that I'm anointed. No, you work towards it. So when we fight a little, and I know me to my family, we don't marry. We crazy women, we fight, we can beat our husbands and go. So me, when I got married to my husband, he won't touch me, but I will touch him. That thing is in me. Mm-hmm. Like, I want him to react, and he's not reacting. I feel like he's being dull. So let me push him and see whether he will touch me so that I can be better something. No, you touch me. I want a case, but he's not giving me a case. So that thing is there. So later when I realize, no, I'm allowing this thing to take over me, I need to stand and pray. It is prayer. So now I know he has issues. I also have issues. So what do? One has to stand and pull the other to stand. My dear, marriages are collapsing. And it's not a joke.
It's not funny.
Or because, mommy, he cheated, I want to go out. The next one, can you trust him too? Work it out. Don't go. Stand there and work it out. Go on your knees and begin to work with prayer. If you have a character, work on your character. If maybe it's your attitude that is pushing the man, work on it. Some women can't submit. That's the issue. Oh, by the way, when you look at your face when he came, he has cheated. So, you want to lock him out? Open him, let him get inside. When he gets inside, get him something to eat. Let him bath, then sit him down. Then sit around him. Comfort him. Don't ask him anything. Guilty conscience. You'll be saying things. Oh, I didn't ask you anything. Relax. But if he knows when he comes, you will shout. He's okay with it. He has been used to it. But change it. Let's change. Quitting divorce. I don't believe in divorce. I've never married an angel. We can marry angels. We'll marry human beings with issues. They can fall. When the person falls, what do? You stand with them. Pray with them. I know there will be a change. My dear, this thing of cheating, infidelity in marriages, it takes those who are ready to go on their knees to fight. Physical fight, you can't win.
But here is the case. It takes two to tango.
Yeah.
So if the man is going out, so he's not going out to another man. Or most cases, he's not going to another man. He's going to another woman.
Yeah.
If you are that other woman on the other side, what can you do to push the man away? Some will tell you, oh, it's not me. Oh, he's been pushing himself on me. And me, and all of that.
Oh, boy. I'm chill. If the man that is pushing himself, is a truck pusher, would she accept?
You have a point.
Would they accept? They accept those who have money. Already made that their wives have suffered with them. And they promise that man. Some of the young ladies, I always ask myself, you can have a son with that man because he has money, but later you will pay for it. It's somebody's home you're trying to break. So if he comes to you and you know he's somebody's husband, put a stop to him. You've got the right to say, I don't want it. But because they don't want to work, they are not serious to make life on their own. And they believe in holding on to people's husbands to buy car and give them wealth. Some of the women, I pity them. You are 25 today, your shape is standing. Continue picking people's husband. 45 years, you will face it. That car they gave to 25 years, you can't drive up to 45 years. So if you are going because of a car, and when you talk, some of them will say, if you did your work well in the house, your husband will not come out. It will be your turn. You think it's about work. It's a spiritual thing, It's about, so you can do the better job because you can whine more. Some of us can whine. Some of us, I was telling my guys today that I saw some things on Facebook, and some of the girls, the way their waist can
whine.
What do they do? Because everyone wants to do because we don't know how to do it. The way they can whine, I see there's nothing in their waist.
Like they have
I
springs.
was watching, I was telling my husband, the way they are, me, I can't do. Say, some of this one catch me in trouble. May God help us.
Oh, God.
Some of them are trained for that.
Yeah.
They're just sex masters. They're all the one they know is sex.
Just whining and
go ahead with the sex. We are also starting with prayer. A good attitude. We'll take the husband's back.
Well, the conversation is getting interesting. I mean, the whining. Will you try it? let's see how many of you can whine like the young girls do. Well, this is getting interesting. We'll be right back after this break.
In 1967, High Sense and the Sucray Bushim said, Yadia, ya beya home appliances, a ye papa, nane bo edda from ama ankra, I will reasia fanenina. High Sense, yadia di wagwa ye hone say, yan your ma ye yet, a buanipa, a walk on your seniors, and ye nama mimusawe, a dear bensa na we here, refrigerator, air conditioner, television, gas cooker, electric cooker, iron, rice cooker, washing machine, steamer, kettle, mobile phone, sound system, and now blender, a monogra, to an ammonefako High Sense showroom BM. Najidi said, Ubenya diane water from Pato. A Sansi and GM would say any of my papentin. High Sense a penny of Jumekua, a minimum 5 years warranty. Yenny so one when you did that, into Yensi one form. Now, dear, well, honest in the bar, some swat. You should see you come, and your mayor papa, and your ma efe. If you your ma and saying in a mahmoudin. Another High Sense, yeah. High Sense. Everyday prices for everyday people.
GTP. Timeless.
Underarms. You don't usually think about them. You protect them from sweat and odor. But that's not enough. What they need is something that takes care of them, so they feel good whatever you put them through. Introducing Dove Antiperspirant. It goes beyond 48-hour protection, giving you long-lasting dryness and soft, smooth underarms. Dove Antiperspirant cares for your underarm skin like never before.
I remember the days I just couldn't go to the gym because it was that time of the month. Yas extra long sanitary pad took the worry away. Easy.
Yes, comfort, I got. Yes, confidence, I got. Yes.
The new Yas Extra Long Sanitary Pad is the joy of every woman. It is extra absorbent and fits perfect. Don't allow anything to hold you back when it's that time.
Wow.
Yes.
Feel confident, stay fresh.
Hi. Is it supposed to be that time of the month?
Yes. I got. Yes, confidence, I got.
Yes.
We got yes protection, I got.
Yas Extra Long Sanitary Pad for extra comfort.
We got yes protection.
So tomato we ya. E kire so betimi so atowe. Wo be se dan so a unyi asase. Asase so de ne bo da form a manso ni ho. E wo Jim Ray Company Limited. What the Jim Ray a na wo de asem. Jim Ray asase no. Ebi we so tware. Koforia, Afianya, West Palm City Kaswa, East Palm City Kaswa, and Shah Hills. Numbers near 0509 461675 and 0265 149942.
I love to eat a tasty breakfast in the morning. Something delicious and healthy, filled with vitamins. That's my day right, makes me so bright. Keeps my body happy. Let me tell you about what I eat. It's my secret. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Wow! I say hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Crunchy!
Hi, my name is Jackie. If you're an active person like myself, there's nothing much you can do without picking up a few germs from my daily contact with fans, family, and friends. But you can protect yourself by using hand sanitizer. Use Adonko hand sanitizer daily and frequently, as a high percentage of germs are transmitted through hand contact. Adonko hand sanitizer gives you that daily protection from germs, bacteria you can't see. Adonko hand sanitizer. Show love, protect yourself.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Another week is here and we are still roaming around to make sure that our valued and cherished viewers get to receive something from Hisense. So today I am with Florence. Florence, it's a say. Show ye, minim sa wo pepa. Na se ne ba ye kra wo de sere ye ne ahokeka ama ya kwa ba che se wo doye. Mami bi sa wo show ne de he pa na wani je ho.
De meni je ho pa ye. Woni na na magbran kasa efa na wo ho. Obre pa ansa na nyame hu ne mobo na okai na che ne ba. To know to bia wo how ne amane mu wo awo ho se. Onfa ne re nyina nhye nyame mu na mre pemu no. Nyame so be ye ono so na koma so ade ama no. Eno na mekai pa e wo show yi mu. Ena mita show pa wo ye nyankam wale ade. Nti nyame hwa pa wo adwuma pa wo ye ho. Se nenso menso wakai me no aba me shop. Na obebisa me asama etise. Nyame hwa pa.
Na wo di ma sakra da Florence e kasa ni che say I na tare she me Florence de she me o. Was say me che na de pa so che ma de ti ne matari e Florence and de ba me. Ti Florence Yankopo insha
onso. Se menso wakai me.
We did better near ma. Ti near ma no so be hanging na mo na we so fine na de show. Ti dey na we catch Hisense for.
Me catch omo se nyame nhwe omo ani ndwuma pa omo ye. Omo koso a na omo ahye mo ntre na ye nso no abre na abre nyina omo kan yen. Nyame wo catch Hisense for no. Se nyame nhwe omo bebre e we ndwuma pa omo ye.
Okay, so this is this week's winner of our Hisense Super Crazy Giveaway moment. Next week, we will come your way with another winner. Welcome back and a big congratulations to our winner for this week's High Sense Super Crazy Giveaway moment. And our conversation was actually getting interesting and heated before we went on that break. We are back with Councillor Charlotte Oduro. And but then some people are of the school of thought that when women get married, they relax. They become too prim proper. They don't want to talk about sex. They don't want to be exciting to their husbands. So when their husbands go out to meet younger girls or other women who are, in quotes, funky, who want to talk about certain things, then they lose their husbands to these women. Do you believe in that school of thought?
Why can't we talk about sex? Because we have sex.
Exactly.
And so why can't we talk about it? We need to enjoy it. If you know it didn't go well, tell him it didn't go well. But with the church, I don't know why the church is like that. They're frown on talking about sex. So many couples, when they come for counseling, you realize that there's something they can't say. The man wants to do some things, but the woman doesn't want to say it. So you realize there's something in between. So I asked them, do you enjoy sex? The woman said, oh, mommy. I said, do you enjoy sex? He said, mommy, sometimes I can't tell him because in my past, the way I enjoy for my ex-boyfriends, if I say it, he's an apostle, he's a bishop. So if I say, he would think,
I'm a spouse.
I said, Bishop, doesn't he also enjoy having sex? I said, Bishop, do you enjoy your wife having sex? And mommy, but she wants to explore. I said, Bishop, you are losing a lot. You want to explore what? That is for you. Enjoy it. You. The room, oh, it's not easy. When I got married to my husband, he was the Holy Ghostic man. My husband, oh God. He said, my husband, when you even want to hug him outside the church. And the way I was coming from, though I was a virgin when I got married, I was a virgin, but nobody knew I was a virgin. Because I was the craziest. But I was hiding that aspect. So they thought, oh, wait there. But my husband was that reserved type, a man of God, gentle. You hold his hands, you hug him. I tell you, we are at the church. Don't do that. So if you're at the church, I can't do it. Can I do it in the house? So it became a struggle in my marriage for years because my passion went off. Because I can't play with him. And I'm the type that want to play, but he doesn't want to play. Not knowing he knows, he loves those things, but all this you said, you. So later when you realize, Charlie, if you're not the man, the woman is going, oh, we are enjoying ourselves. I'm telling you, now we talk. Because after making love, I need to tell you, you were good today. I need to tell you, this part, it didn't go well. Let's do it this part. And sometimes he will laugh and say, hey, when I hold you, he said, no, what should I do? So now it is okay. But in the beginning, for 8 years in my marriage,
you say you're giving him instructions.
He thinks I'm too high. He thinks you want to bully me. That's what he was saying. Because I speak a lot and I want to say what I want to say and how I want it. But he doesn't see it that way. So he thought, when he had to about it, so I thought, it's when we can't share
feelings.
That is happening to people in the house of God. Even people that preach, their wives can't express. But before you met the woman, she was coming from the world, and God picked her up. So you cannot take that enjoyment she has ever experienced from her. You need to sit with her. So now when you come to counsel, we talk about sex. I want to know how you want your sex to be done. Speak, look into her face before we say I do, because I don't want to come and sit here and after wedding come and sit again about sex. No. So now we are here, you are here, we are here. If it comes that you want to make love, woman, how do you want your man to treat you? I said, do it now. Give me a sign how you want it. Where do you want him to touch? Let's break this chain of it's a church. God made sex for church. He didn't make it for the world. He made sex for couples to enjoy and explore. So if you don't do it, your husband makes a mistake to pick that young girl who is a hot and the waist is whatever, they swing or they are twinking or whatever they call it. 1 minute that this lady will sit to your husband, you are gone. When he comes to, he will not even look at your face again. Because he has experienced something he has never experienced before. Man, their sex is good. You need to enjoy it with your husband, not with your girlfriend. If you are not married, sex is not for you.
Good for you.
That is the truth. But the world doesn't want it. But the Bible is against it. You marry because, you see, the day of the marriage, that is when you're able to have sex, you consume the marriage. That is the covenant, the day of the covenant. My break is it's a mono. No covenant. Covenant. The kind of people have covenant. When you meet Kojo, you feel like having him. When you meet Kwame, so when you're having sex with your husband, you're thinking of Kojo and Kwame. But the covenants are still there. Break them before you marry you. It is not a joke, my dear. Otherwise, you will never be satisfied with your husband. Because you've enjoyed Kwame before. Alasan has come. Kwame has come. They are all different people. And as you continue to...
You keep covenanting with all of them.
You are covenanted with them. So your soul is tied with them. My dear, spiritually, sex is not a joke. So if your husband is not up to that level, you start comparing him. And you need to imagine your ex-boyfriend before you sleep with your husband. This is a sin. But if you know nobody but him alone, anyhow he does it, you enjoy. You have nothing to complain about. That is the problem. That is why, God is not that stupid to say that don't sleep with somebody. He knows why he said that. But now, 21st century, they know more than God. So they do what they want to do. Somebody said, if I don't see how his manhood is, which manhood? You know the manhood, even that small thing in the mouth, that is what brings the sensation when it comes to sex. It's not a long thing. That is what brings the woman to where she wants to be. So I don't get why they say, think, sister, it's how you play. It's how you do it. It's how you treat the woman. Know where to touch and make her feel comfortable. And the woman should know where to touch. Sister, before you know, you've enjoyed the best sex. It's up to you.
When you've gone through that, when most women will go like, I cannot forgive, I cannot forget. How can you keep harboring this in you and still want to maintain a marriage?
You can't.
Because it doesn't work like that. How do you get over it? How do you forgive?
You need to know marriage is all about forgiveness and sacrifice. Stacey, if you won't want to hold on to the things that we've gone through in a marriage, we can't stay. My husband has hurt me a lot. I've hurt him a lot. And if you want to look at the things I've done to him, he shouldn't stay with me. And I shouldn't stay with him. But marriage is to forgive. Hold him back. I said, I want to forgive you. I don't know why, but I love you. And when I remember the things you do, I smile over them. It doesn't hurt me again. You see, this heart that we carry, if we say we love somebody, then it's easy to forgive. Those who say, I won't forgive, I will do some. Sister, are you sure you love him or you love her? Because let it go. I have my son, and so there's some of the things he does, and when he cries and look at me, within a minute it's gone.
It's gone.
If I can do that with my kids, what about my husband? Through him, we have the kids. I can't love my kids more than my husband. He's my husband. My kids will leave me. I need to stay with him. I'm not holding my kids and leave my husband. I love my husband before I come to my kids. Mm-hmm. So my husband is my overall sweetheart.
Yeah.
Then my kids are the second one.
The second.
God is my overall. So I won't say that he has hurt me. So I won't. Sometimes it's difficult, but I will forgive him because I don't want to lose him. Mm-hmm. He's not an angel. My husband's not an angel. He's the most difficult person to live with. Me, I know, because he's a chairman. Very difficult to live with. You do this, he says no. You do this today. So sometimes I look at him and say, what is it?
How can I please you?
You can't please him. Today he's happy, tomorrow he says he's difficult. It's only me that can stay with him. So sometimes I say my mind and I fire and I go. And then he also get angry, we won't move. Then he comes back and say, he brings jokes and says, one kawabati. Then, we make up and we move. Sometimes I go and beg at Charlie. I can't yach. I beg. Come on. Because I can't stay when you're angry. Beg, come. So the thing is that we all beg. We are hard as Charlie. The begging is not easy. We beg wrong. But nobody sees us begging. We are making it work.
Who are begging?
Me, I beg wrong. Sometimes when I stand at the door, he moves to another room and he doesn't want to mind me. I stand at the door. It takes me hours to enter the room because my pride and my ego won't let me succumb and say, I'm sorry. And I stand at the door. I go, I can't. They also chill me. So finally, I say, okay, Pacho, make me know, Kasa. I want to have a talk with you. With pride a little. You say, Now he has, first guy, you baby, now that he has grown, you mind me. I realize actually again, that's what you do.
That's what you do.
You see, always when you're on film, so I go and say, okay, you let's forget, I'm sorry. This is how we apologize. I said, okay, fine. You know, child.
I was wrong.
Forget. If I check. My name is Then you say, hey, what's the song? You know, we'll make it work. I beg. Now that I beg, he doesn't beg me again.
You are the one doing the begging.
It will change.
So how can we make it work as Christians? How can we make it work?
You know, I always say that if the marriage will work, it depends on the woman. Yeah, I believe so strong. I always say this, that every altar the man stands on, the altar is the woman. If the woman is not fire-branded, the man cannot stand tall. If the woman is weak, the man is weak. So if he is the mistake, you be the correction by praying. I love women who knows how to go on their knees and pray. If it takes me 10 years to beg my husband to stay with me, I'll do it. I don't care about what people will say. I don't care about the other man that is ready to take care of me. No. This man has been with me in my nakedness, in my worst part. He never rejected me. Do I want to start all over? I am in SS3. I should go back to JSS1. No, it's a waste of time. Let me fight it and get to my university.
And make it right.
I will make it work. Prayer. Humility. If you can't submit, you can't marry. Submission is very difficult. The Bible said in Ephesians 5, the verse 33 going. Let me say the 33. It said marriage is mystery. The Bible compares marriage to God. It says like the church and Christ. So if God can compare marriage to the church, I'm telling you, marriage is God. If God can forgive all the things we've done, why can't you forgive him and forgive her and make it work? And the 33 says something, the woman should reverence the husband as she will reverence God. Reverence means fear. So I should fear my husband. If you don't agree, it's in the Bible. Me, I fear my husband. Totally. So when I don't have anything, sometimes when he says things, I feel a little, and I don't think it's wrong. It's okay for me. Because the Bible says I should reverence him as I will reverence God. So if I fear God, I should respect the man I have and love him. So I should have that fear when he talks. I should hold whatever he says with respect so I don't go against him. If I go against him, I go against God. That is why you need to choose right. Don't pick a head that is not covered by God. Pick a head that the head is God. When he's treating you, he treats you well because his head is God. So there's nothing wrong when I want to reverence and say, I fear my husband. I don't fear him because he's too much. No, I fear him because I'm following the things God says I should.
He's a reflection of God.
He's my God that God has given to me. So if I can serve him, I can serve God. I can't go and please my pastor and come and disrespect my husband. That is not Christianity. It's fallacy. It's a joke. You can't go and say, Papa, oh, my bishop. And you see your husband and say, Kofi, Papa. There's no respect. When we see our pastors in the church, oh, Papa, good morning. You come to your husband in the morning and say, baby, good morning. When I say good morning, I go down like this. It's a sign of respect. It doesn't mean I'm a fool. If I can go down to my pastor, because we meet a pastor and we greet, oh, Papa, good morning. Do I do the same with my husband? It doesn't make me a fool. When I meet my husband in the morning, I should be able to say, honey, morning. That is my duty as a wife. It doesn't make me a fool. It makes me the better woman. So I can go on the knees and hold my husband's feet and say, baby, I'm sorry. I'd love to do it because at his feet, that is where my glory comes from. When the woman had issues and they were going to stone her, she ran to the feet of Jesus. At the feet of your husband, your upliftment is there. No woman, you can be the biggest woman in town and say, oh, I'm making it. My dear, you need a man to submit to. So with all your money and your brands and all that, if you don't have any man, I'm not saying it's wrong, it's your choice. But we need a man. You can't say that someone say, oh, I won't marry. I don't want anybody to control me, but I want to have a son. A son with who? Is it not a man that you have to have a son with? Mm-hmm. It means that we can't do alone. You need me, I need you. If you don't want to marry, it is your choice. But if you really want to marry, you need to learn and know that with all your certificate, you still bow at his feet. I am more educated than my husband. But I don't care. So you can tell me what you want to tell me. I don't care. He is my king. And he is my glory. So when I kneel at his feet, God blesses me more. That is the secret people don't know. So at his feet, I enjoy Papa. When I kneel down, he always pour oil that he's blessing me and he's doing things for me. People don't understand. Not because someone was saying in the church that it's a family. I'm not afraid of him, but he knows I'm not afraid of him. But I respect him. Because if he is not there, my glory is gone. It's gone. He's my glory. So I can forgive him anytime he wants to sin. But I pray he will not sin because I stand with him in prayer. But when it comes to forgiveness, I will give my head for him. Because as I will serve God, I will serve
Him. We have learned a lot today. We have. And I'm sure, because I get a lot of messages in my inbox, women who are telling you, Auntie Stacey, should I leave? Auntie Stacey, he's doing this. He's going to do this. He's had a child. What should I do?
Bring the child home.
And I tell them, pray.
If they want, they can bring the child. So if a woman says, "Me no bukunanim," fani bra.
Meheno.
Me me jako na ube fan. Wow, back na otre. Me fa me mama town. Who can imagine?
You're so.
That's what they are doing, saying that I have a son with a child, so that you, the wife, will also be fighting, sister. When any side chick calls you and say your husband, say, "Good, my husband is a man. Bring the child.
Bring the child home.
I'm capable of taking care of the child." Say, "Oh, bro, your side chick, no problem." We shouldn't give chance for them to be bullying us, be the wife.
And disrespecting.
We are staying there, we are not moving. Today do as well.
So women, those of you who have been in touch, your answers are all here. Let's hold our homes. Let's hold our husbands. Let's keep them in prayer. They're human. They can falter. And it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean we don't love them because they're at fault. So let's keep on forgiving as God would forgive us. So let's keep forgiving. So before we let you go, it's time for a high sense crazy giveaway moment. We have all these envelopes. Kindly pick one. Whatever is in the envelope is yours.
Hey. And color new.
Hey, purple free. I see a yard also.
High sense electric camera.
Ceramic hob. Hey. Yeah, the papa. I dear way. Bring it.
Many fridge.
Open fridge. And you bring your more sober. I dear way. Yeah, the year Adriani. To say when daddy, to quine, moko retreat, or plug it with me, Adriano hotel room.
I say stove on.
I say stove.
Wow.
And we would to quine packed it here, where you know a pack na de wadi asho bag. To say a hotel highway.
Can you come
oh no, Yafi na be free restaurants and me pay way, opa kokon quine why was so, opa a ben quine, no I was so. It just say, I can't fulfill bewo. Come on, no, and yet the man of Jumana way no so in Yamijuma. Yamijuma so and your baby and ye did rough. Send a bear while baby abekubia. Where we beaten, Mamma. Pacho, you're apostle. If I got your apostle, I had idea. So who lied, no. See, that's the panya means your high sense was to say on what that was said. And say, yes, for next Ghana, almost to say, and ma.
I mean,
why your bad pay? If ye near ma, Nafako ye fee, come. That's Yamin sure. The crack. Hey, where crap the member me who down? For Free Masters. Free Masters. Just a me who that. Hey. Yeah.
Wow. It's beautiful.
It is.
I'm more fit.
We are fine woman. We are too fine.
Yeah.
The Free Masters. Yes. Omodomi ya mwa semu photo bi kra to da okra ye afi. Sa photo bi so mako yi aba. That's such almost say yan fa we. Mount de. Ye neema no ados nti ma me fancy won chen e wa he ya. Nti ye das. See a fro by. Ye better ya fro. E ma no omodomo problems ne ba na ma fro no abebo because e ma ye have na dos bebre. This has been an interesting episode, and I know from now our homes will blossom with lots of love, care, and forgiveness. A very big thank you to our sponsors, High Sense, Yas Washing Powder and Yas Sanitary Pad, Hooch Corn and Choco Flakes. To GTP, thank you very much. To Axis Sweets, thank you for hosting us. And you can visit Axis Sweets at Nyaniba Junction, that is right opposite Laboni Junction. If you come to the Vaniado building, you see this beautiful apartment. You can come with your family and your friends anytime. We have 2 bedrooms apartment, 1 bedroom. We have have the studio apartment, and you can also have your conferences, your meetings. We have a beautiful rooftop lounge that you can have your parties. So anytime you're thinking of leisure, make sure you're coming to Axis Suites. A very big thank you to Adonko hand sanitizer. We're very grateful. So go out there and grab your Adonko hand sanitizer. These times are not normal times. Let us protect ourselves as some of our children are going back to school. Let's make sure we're getting them some so they would always be protected out there. Thank you to Ophelia of ABS Collection for my outfit, GH Beauty Artistry for my makeup, She Touch Hair. Thank you very much. I love this blunt cut. It's really beautiful. And to my official photographers, Kofi Africa Photography and Antonio Shot It. You guys are amazing. Team M Clan. You're super fabulous. Always do remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. We'll see you next week.
Welcome to the end of the tunnel. I see a bright light shining through, and it's just for you.